we partner with these value-based providers. They're looking to partner with you as well. Okay, I have an entire training on value-based care in our high value provider incentive program, and like partnerships and how to partner.
So you have like in the retail thing, you have like on Monday somebody's there, and on Tuesday somebody else can be there.
Yes, you can.
5 days, 6 days a week. Right?
You can. You can.
So you have different people.
Yeah, if Voss wanted, yeah, Voss can say, hey, everybody's doing retail at the CVS down the street. If that's what he wanted to do. But let me show you really quickly, because this is it's really fun, and I think it's pretty easy. Most of the time, people will go to the retail button here because they want to do retail. That's not where you go. This is where you go only once you've already scheduled your events and they've been approved and all that other good stuff. But this is where you go to schedule your events. So we do require that 18 days lead time for you to schedule an event. Let's pretend that we're going to be doing retail. We're going to start May 16th. And then what's a zip code that we can look up?
85295.
And we're going to bring this down a little bit to like maybe 10 miles. I like this. Okay, so first off, these are the stores that are available in that zip code or within 10 miles of that zip code. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is, now, while we don't have like actual age demographic, you can actually look that up on Google. There's ways of like looking up like zip code demographics, right? So you can do that as well. And I highly recommend it, but you can always just go in and ask the manager, what's your foot traffic like, and they're happy to partner with us. So one example is this store right here on Val Vista in Gilbert. It has low production. So with this is an indicator of the level of production in that store. So some people might look at this and say, well, I don't want to go to that store because there's low production there. Well, maybe that's a reason for you to be there, because it could be that A, either there is no broker working that store, or B, the broker who is there isn't very good, right? And so maybe there's an opportunity for you if you can give it a go. So
this production is specifically for Medicare from that.
Correct.
From that location.
From that location, but it's not. I thought you were going to ask if it was only for Aetna. It's not. This is any location, and we do ask you that if you write another policy with that lead, by all means, do what you got to do, get that member covered. I mean, get that person covered, but do log it, because we keep track of that information. And I'll be honest with you guys, I am not like most broker managers in that, I'm going to be like, sell Aetna and Aetna and down your face. I'm be honest with you. I come from a business development background. I can tell you, you're not going to sell anything unless you're successful on what you're doing. So I care more that you're successful to begin with, and then we can talk about whether you can sell Aetna or not. But in the beginning, especially with brand new brokers, I don't push that so much. It's, hey, you get your business, you get your check, you get your food, right? You get what you need. But we're going to request that date for you, right? So you're just going to be like, you're going to hit add here. But you also know that you want to be consistent. So you want to do this every week, right? Every week for as long as they will let you. So you just go ahead and reserve that time for the same amount of time here. And that will help you. So you can do up to 12 events at a time.
Is that for a particular agent? So like, let's say I get sick on that day.
Then you have to cancel it. You can cancel it through here. And if it's within 48 hours, you call me to cancel. We also have to notify the store manager. We do everything we can to just make sure. But the first thing we might even ask is if somebody else can. Yeah.
Somebody else.
Yeah, we can do that. We can make the change, but that would have to be internal, so that I would have to make that change. Does that make sense? We'll have to talk about that.
So for the SOA, if we had a banner, right, with the QR code that they could scan and then fill in a form, that's good.
We will ask you to track leads on Think Agent as well.
Right.
So you can, if they can do that for you and you get the data and and then you enter, that'd be fine. Yeah. And so once you've selected, maybe you requested all 12 events, then you will hit submit on that. Then you might get different notifications. It might be like, yes, you were approved, or it may be actually these 4 days are blacked out because we're doing construction, or because it's 4th of July, whatever it may be, right? Or it may be, so somebody, it'll say duplicate request if somebody's already doing that same day, that same time. Okay, and unfortunately, that's it. Well, there is another way for me to look. So if you're interested in a particular store and you're like submitting a request and it keeps telling you no, call me and we'll look into what's going on there. So it could be that, that store's not available, right? that could happen.
So if they're having construction or something, this will tell.
They will block it out. The man,
Wow.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they block. Like right now, if I look into my other system that I'm referring to, that one will tell me all of the days that they're off for, like 4th of July or things like that. There's specific days that they won't let you do retail, and a lot of times these stores here, it's not available to do it on the weekends, but the stores want you there on the weekends. They actually kind of prefer it, so they're like, "Can you guys come on Saturday?" You know, I mean, if you can make it, great. If not, but it may be beneficial.